Yes, finally, it's the weekend, right? Okay, so today's Friday, August 7th, 2020. Now for session 1, we're going to be covering up Speaking Tutor 1A. Today's lesson is going to be about speaking practice, how often quiz, and role-play presentation on page 100 and 101. But before we go there, remind me of what we've already done in our Speaking Tutor 1A yesterday. No, not yesterday, the day before, a few days ago. Okay? Do you remember? Of course you don't. So you remember we were doing frequency, adverbs of frequency, right? That's what we've done in our Speaking Tutor 1A, correct? Good. Okay, so for today's class, we're going to do lesson practice speaking, how often quiz, role-play presentation. Now please open your book to page 100. It's okay if you don't have your book, you can just look on the screen. Page 100, speaking practice. Now, this is a part of a game, okay? So you have a look at the picture below where it says points, me, my buddy, right? Okay, so you need to play the game, all right? And what it is you need to close your eyes and put your fingers on the square. Make a sentence and keep track of your points, okay? So this game you can play with any number of people, okay? So you need to let's have a look at all the words together. So we have the word usually, often, always, never, sometimes, rarely. Okay? So we have usually, often, always, never, sometimes, rarely. Okay, why is the points there? The points is there is because if you put your finger on the word usually, it's only 2 points, right? So if you can make a sentence, you will get 2 points. So for example here, it says, usually 2 points. I usually play hockey in the winter. And then your friend will say, okay, good, yeah, that's a good sentence. Okay, so it's very easy, just making sentences and asking questions and get scores. Whoever gets the highest scores is the winner, okay? All right, let's have a look. Often. Could you, often with the word food you cook. Could you make a sentence with that? Okay, right, so I often cook you food for dinner. Okay, I often cook you food for dinner. Right? So that's a good example. Okay? Alright, have a look at page 101. Role play presentation. Right. You and your buddy are talking about popular sports on TV. Create a role play. But before you're creating your own role play, let's listen to track 20. Okay? So, let's listen to track 20. Now, listen.
Sample story.
I like to watch basketball on TV. I like it because it's exciting. The players run fast and throw the ball very far. I play basketball at school, but I can't play like the professionals. I think the athletes on TV have to take care of themselves. I think they need to sleep well, drink a lot of water, and exercise a lot. I also think that they have to eat right. I think they eat a lot of meat, vegetables, and rice.
Good. I hope you've already listened to track 20. Anyway, even though you already listened to track 20, we can still listen to the story, okay? All right, let's read it together. I like to watch football on TV. I like it because it's exciting. The players run fast and throw the ball very far. I play basketball at school, but I can't play like the professionals. I think the athletes on TV have to take care of themselves. I think they need to sleep well, drink a lot of water, and exercise a lot. I also think that they have to eat right. I think they eat a lot of meat, vegetables, and rice. Okay? Read one more time. I like to watch basketball on TV. I like it because it's exciting. The players run fast and throw the ball very far. I play basketball at school, but but I can't play like the professionals. I think the athletes on TV have to take care of themselves. I think they need to sleep well, drink a lot of water, and exercise a lot. I also think that they have to eat right. I think they have to eat a lot of meat, vegetables, and rice. Okay? So, let's have a look at your role play. Look at the yellow box first. It gives you some ideas what you need to write. Do you think these athletes eat healthy food? What do you think they eat a lot of? Do you like to eat healthy food? What do you think they never eat? Okay? So look at the words in the yellow box and look at the answers in the blue box. So these questions are basically asking questions, looking for answers from the blue box. Now, what you need to do is you and your friend, buddy, are talking about popular sports on TV. Okay, what you need to do is you need to create a role play. Okay, so a conversation between you and your friend. So here's the start for you. What is a popular sport that you like to watch on TV? Then your friend would say, I like to watch football. But why? And then your friends can answer all these questions for you, okay? Right? So it's very, very easy doing role play presentation anyway. You've already done that a million times before. Should be very easy, should be fast, quick, alright, for some of you. But if you are struggling still to write a presentation or role play, please don't hesitate to ask me, okay? I can help you with that as well. Alright? Okay, that's all for session 1 in the first video. I'll see you in session 2. Stay tuned, don't go away. Keep watching. Goodbye.
From the top, let's go!
Welcome back to session 2. Okay, good. Well, it's the end of the lesson. It's the end of the day anyway. So session 2, we're going to go to Write and Write 1. Today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to write good essays. A lot of people tend to, not sure how to write essay, not sure how to start an essay. Okay, so sometimes people tend to start the essays wrong. They start the conclusion. Example, if I was to give you a topic, write a day about your daily routine, you're not sure how to write them. So these are some clear five sections of how to write good essays. Okay, so good essay writings contains introduction, body, conclusion, style and editing, references. Alright, so let's go through the first one, introduction. What you need to do when it comes to writing essays, you need to introduce clear topic or title. I wrote title wrong. Title to the readers, okay? So you need to give a clear topic, a clear title to the readers. Okay, you can't just come in and start writing and then you want us to guess what you're writing. No, of course not. Okay, you need to state your thesis clearly. You need to make sure that your thesis answer the research question. So what you need to do, the introduction, you need to make sure that your writing needs to answer the question. So for example, if I was to ask you to write, how do we grow tomatoes? Okay, so how do we grow tomatoes? You need to write instead of introductions, okay? Then you need body. What does a body mean here? So you need a body, you need an introduction. You need a main idea clearly and effectively stated. So make sure that your main idea clearly and effectively stated, okay? So you try to get our attention of what you are writing, right? If you're going to write an explanation about tomato, you need to make sure that you stay in the topic of writing about tomato. Then you need your main concept clearly discussed. Make sure you cite all the borrowed information. So make sure if you're if you're taking information from somewhere, you need to make sure that you give it a little cite. So this in open brackets, you can say, I've got this from Google /, okay? You need to make sure that your evidence supports your argument, okay? So whatever you write about the tomato conclusion. A conclusion is to make sure that you have summarized your argument, right? You need to summarize your argument, so you need to summarize this. Alright? Restate your thesis. Make larger connections. Make sure that your conclusion is flow from the body. Okay? So what the conclusion is that you need to make sure that what you write in the end, you need to summarize all of this into your conclusion, right? Style and editing. Check if your language is formal, especially if you're writing a story. Check if sentence is concise and free from unnecessary words, so make sure don't repeat the same word. For example, like in a writing, never, never, ever, you don't need to write etc. Okay, etc. Please don't try not to write that. So for example, if you were writing about a descriptive writing about a trip or something, so I went to the seaside and I ate chicken, squid, barbecue, fried rice, okay? But you don't say I ate chicken, barbecue, fried rice, etc., etc., dot, 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 dot. No, you need to write a full description of what you're telling the readers, okay? Check if the sentence concise and unnecessary words and content. Sentence flow properly. You need to make sure that the sentence right, with paragraphs and everything. Like what you do in Khmer program as well. It's the same thing when you study Khmer literature, Khmer language, yeah? Okay, you need to make sure your grammar and spelling are correct. Alright? Important. When you start, you always start with a capital letter, okay? With names, capital letters. Names of countries, names of cities, names of places is all with capital letters. Names of people. At the beginning of the sentence, you also need to have a capital letter as well. Okay? Don't forget that. Very important. Okay? References. Very important to have references. Please make sure that everything is cited. So for example, at the end, your reference would be, so for example, this sentence here, you've got it from Google. So you need to make sure Google, circle the word, you got this from Google, okay? Then in writing, you will not lose any points. But if you copy the writing from a website, it's called plagiarism. So meaning you copy other people's work into your own words, okay? Right? It's okay if it's a vocabulary or dictionary check, it's fine. But if it's writing, you are not allowed to copy the writing, from the internet directly, okay? Make sure you include reference page. So if you are copying a page from the internet, you need to make sure that you copy the page number as well. So for example, reference page 37, the book's name and whatnot, okay? It's very important that you need to write all this reference in, because otherwise, in writing, it's very important when you go to university or go to college, they're gonna make sure that if you copy from Google, they will give you 0 automatically. It's the same thing. I remember last few terms ago, I remember some students were copying, their work directly from Google. And when I find that out, I can't give them any scores, okay? I cannot give them scores. Why? Because they're copying the writing part from Google, okay? So if you copy your work from Google, I will know. Easy, all right? So it's called plagiarism. You cannot plagiarize someone else's work into your work, okay, and call it your own. Unless, if it's a vocabulary and you need a Czech dictionary, that's fine. You can copy the definitions of the dictionary. It's okay. But for writing, you can't do that, okay? So these are some simple, good essays writing, okay, that I just gave you. So please make sure that you copy all of this into your book, okay, at the end of the session. All right? Okay. Don't have much for you for this Friday morning, all right? Have a great weekend. Have a nice weekend. Don't forget to do your homework, and I'll see you on Monday for my next video. Goodbye for now.